5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Welcome to the Galactic News Network. I'm your host, Washington, and welcome back to 2266. This third session, Shay's Rebellion 8. Things are definitely going to be heating up. To begin with, there's no longer the border war restrictions. You can take whatever you want in a war from now on, provided you actually have the RP for it. And also, the tech cap has been increased to 1000 for this session. The final change is that in about 4 years, 2270, people will be allowed to first start taking the crisis ascension perk. Everyone has been kicked. Alright, so we are back. Yeah, so there was a slight issue with one of the mods. So we've got a specific Shay's Rebellion mod for this campaign, which has been updated each session, and there was a slight, just a very slight bug with it, where there was no consumer goods. Consumer good production did not exist. Some nations for some reason found that to be an issue. And in any case, this will likely be a very spicy session. So Death currently isn't in, but will probably be joining soon. Speak of the devil. Yeah, so the Shard Remnant has taken over the system, which has opened up access to this cluster. We'll see how that goes later on. I'll put a cut in here actually. We'll be right back. More regularly scheduled content. Alright, so we are back. In the end, the Dream of Silent Screams wasn't able to rejoin. Neither has Tyranny of Ferric Barker. Oh no, they are. I guess just that's their normal colour. Turn off Union mode. Okay, I don't know why. Slug Labor Limited? Yeah, they aren't. Oh, and it's actually updated now. They might have just joined. And yeah, Registered Vex Offender is playing, it's just that they've got white borders. Nuclear definitely should be playing. Yeah, they're the ones that made the mod. In any case, it's because I... Okay, no, I don't know anymore. So yes, we should finally see Crisis Ascension perk as being an option. It's... won't be seeing it from Dream of Silent Screams probably because they are AI. However, we do have a new federation here. It is a Martial Alliance,
Situation log updated.
Peacekeepers Initiative, and I will pull up their logo on screen. Here you go. So, this is Peacekeepers Initiative. I will... there... Where was it? Yes. So the motto is, only together we will hold back the darkness, only together we will strike for justice, only together we will banish the unworthy. And then some other language I'm not going to attempt to read out. In any case, some other stuff that's happened between sessions. This is from the Holy Book 4, up here, Song of Reverence, and in particular the Adherents of the Goddess. Just want to bring your attention quickly to some of the proclamations of the High Priesthood. Yeah, the instructions are alright, but a couple of things about this. In particular, fear not the machines, for the machines can carry the message of the divine where we cannot float. Now, perhaps this is some insinuation that there is ties between the Dream of Silent Screens and the what's the name of the Federation again?
Situation log updated.
Chosen of the Goddess, or perhaps even the Cosmic Singularity Echelon, or perhaps both. Either way, they are perhaps connected to them. Also an interesting stance for a Spiritualist Federation to take. One other peculiarity, I go to Galaxy Species. Now, someone posted a screenshot of this. I haven't checked myself before, but I do believe, yes, here we have the cybernetic psionic humans. How they managed to do that, I don't know, but I am impressed. They've got 2 cybernetic psionic humans. Wow. And then both these humans who are just nothing. Their like cousins and whatever have all these fancy like cybernetic enhancements and psionic abilities, being able to talk telepathy with their friends and all, and they're just stuck going, "Hey guys, what's up? You're not talking to me. What's going on here?" Anyway, ooh, huh? Okay. Oh, there's subsidiary. Interesting. They will have to pay energy credits. However, one of the things the mod does with the latest patch is decrease the amount from 25 down to 15%. To make it more manageable, and because well, as MP it's kind of less relevant. You want your subjects to be a bit more powerful, and you don't want to punish them so much. In any case, there is a war going on, or at least there was a war going. There is a war going on, but I think, especially since the Dream of Silent Screams isn't here, they will just be holding this system. Though the Dream might decide that they would be able to take it as an AI. I doubt the AI is quite that stupid. However, the AI is stupid, so who knows. It's also possible that the Dream of Silent Screams will go on and just ravage everyone in this area. It might be a good idea for them. Yeah, hostile isn't terribly great for them. Because that means that the AI might still attack them. Yes, hostile there too. And also up here. So it depends if the adherents of the goddess and the Song of Reverence are able to get strong enough navy to protect themselves. That does leave the Vilitarian Star Alliance somewhat to defend for themselves, unfortunately for them. Ow. This is third session, so as I mentioned earlier, there is no 3-system protection. On the plus side, for everyone of Wolf, Titian, Holy Kingdom and the Entente of Justice are pledging to basically protect the galaxy from large aggressors. This is quite the border gore here. Wait. Why does the Vilitarian Star Alliance own this? What? For a moment I thought it was the it was called Compass, because like small green single system, but that isn't at all the right place for it. It's also, yeah, it's just a small subsidiary here. And I'm guessing that's the same subsidiary? Yeah. So yeah, still some empty systems here. These won't be explored for quite a while, but they don't actually have anything super interesting there. These will probably be picked up soon. Yeah, they actually have free reign for all of these systems, really. Actually, yeah, because there's no xenophobe nation, so we don't need to worry about being attacked here. But there is potentially the worry that the Marauders would turn into the Khan, although it is a bit late for that. We've got just a savannah world here, but it's relatively protected against anyone. That being said, we have seen someone already take out the Marauder system, so it is getting to a point where it's not fully protected. Although keep in mind the difference in potential military strength between United Colonies of Man and the Australian Empire. It would be possible for, say, also the United Kingdom Republic, but it would be possible for someone to come through and potentially an ally would help break through. There's some strategic goods and a planet, and some primitives here as well. So it's definitely a worthwhile investment. Yeah, everyone seems to be sticking in the main room, so just let them be then. So because of multiple restarts and trying to re-hot join and the mod not having consumer goods for a while, we are starting quite a bit late, so this session will be quite a bit shorter than the others. So actually, yeah, we can see all the AI empires here. Let's see. Interested in recess for now. Next up will be Galactic recycling initiatives. Yes, they really need to reduce the pop consumer goods upkeep, because you never know when the universe might decide that it can't create more consumer goods. Selective waste management will also likely be one which people want to have more of. Guardian Angels, that's yeah, that one. The like war laws one. So the person most suited to take over council position once we get 8 years or something? I don't remember. No. It's 20 years between council elections, I guess. But yeah, so the next person best suited to kick off would be Song of Reverence, but we are quite a long way until that happens. Let's see. It's like a council, but there's no one wanting to go for custodian quite yet. Maybe after we get to 2270, someone might try to propose themselves becoming a custodian to counter the possible threat of crises. Yeah, and as expected, nothing else is really going on here. We do have the construction ship though heading off. Poor construction ship. Oh, they are being extinguished. Yeah, so they'll be coming around here to claim some of this.
Situation log updated.
Yeah, they are full on influence, so that we'll let them do that. So yes, Ramos was able to come this session because we started late. So they are not protected. That might be happening immediately after this war finishes. still quite a way from accepting status quo, but without actually, since it's Total War, they'd full-on take systems, unfortunately, so they can't just force them into only giving up the system. They basically have to just sit here and wait. Strongest to the station, and they are building up. Ah, they're converting the gun batteries to hangars. Since they're full up on influence, they should probably just queue up a system. Why are they moving up to here? They're going for the planet straight away. They're not actually. That's one way of doing it. You might also be going for this planet. But only moving and hasn't actually told it. Probably because it's not surveyed yet. Yeah, that's why they haven't actually told it to. So, and we don't have any of these surveyed, so we can't actually do it. It's an automatic catch up to you. It's just so it's still on its surveying stage. Okay. And actually, it might be. They've got the science ship. Oh, it's just a system research fund. Science fund. So, let's see. What else is going on in the galaxy? Nothing in terms of wars. Someone been posting in the chat. Oh right. One thing which happened as well. There was around 478 scions that were found dead in the Neo-Felnal Mandate. Meeting. Yeah, so all the blood drained from their body, and their members consisted of nearly every single known psionic race in the galaxy, as well as 8 unidentifiable Neo-Felnals, and a robotic war form of unknown origins. The meeting seemed religious in nature, with chanting heard echoing from the pipes of the sewers, and they seemed to have said something along the lines of "Rise, rise, darkest Lord," and we will leave the rest of the quote there in case that we actually do summon some Dark Lord in the Galactic News Network studios. The police were called to the scene as fast as possible, and 8 minutes later they arrived. However, every Neo-Felnal that took part in the chanting was dead, assumingly in the form of killing themselves, despite the fact that flesh was never found. The war form is now under investigation, along with the murderers. And already their corporate benefactors seem to be making an interactive survival horror game out of the events. This report has been part of the Neo-Felnal National News Network. First reported on this story. We'll get back to you if we hear anything further on the subject matter. Ooh. Now, I'm pretty sure that this system used to be under the Song of Reverence control, but it seems that they've decided to pass it on to the Neo-Felnal Mandate. Perhaps to allow them to have a contiguous border around the Caravanserais. Yep, still filling out this area. Seriously, build more excavating archaeology sites. Build more side ships. Well. And the Australian Empire, I'm guessing? No, United Cargo Republic. So the Australian Empire seems might be blocked off here. If this is the full building. Right, Titanic Life is still there. Let's actually have a look at this. Titania. Titanica, rather. Population is living under the occupation of the Titanic life, but they seem to be fine and just continuing to grow. So some enraged guardians and titans. They have an upkeep of 1 energy credit, so I wonder who's paying for that upkeep. In any case, there is 12 crime, but no devastation at least. I wonder if... So we see there's a strong enough army. Hasn't been sent in yet. But we might see that they are, building more armies still. We have a starbase capacity. Senate's very heavily in favour of collective waste management. Ooh, they skipped over pan-galactic recycling initiatives. So less recycling and more just waste management. That's how they're going for it. Petition Holy Kingdom's against it, as is the Great Sildorian Empire, but they are AI. So only one non-AI is against it, one council member is abstaining and one is supporting. So Blessed Concord are for... Ah, no, they're not. Petitions are against it. What about the Entente of Justice? What is their flag in? They have that one. The Entente of Justice is for it. Interesting.
Situation log
Petition
updated.
Holy Kingdom is listed as the strongest or most powerful nation overall, taking into account their economy and technology and everything. And apparently overall naval capacity rather than current used naval capacity. That's interesting.
Situation log updated.
It's very interesting. But yeah, the largest... So the United Colonies of Man might have had some mercenaries if they were got up to 30k, because they're now back down to 16k. They've basically halved their naval strength, fleet power. Yeah, I would have expected like, quote-unquote power to... Oh, it does take into account fleet power. Okay, that makes more sense. So that's being voted on. Can we see? No, we can't see what the market prices are like in the Galactic market. Makes sense. I think if we spectate someone though, we would be able to see it. We can. Okay, so I believe that means that people have been overall buying minerals. I think this is roughly where it starts off, so we might have been selling a bit more though. Alloy prices are of course higher than they start off, and consumer goods prices are lower. People have also been selling volatile motes. Maybe selling exotic gases. Maybe selling rare crystals. Zero is where it starts, and dark matter, I believe that is lower prices. So that is interesting. I've noticed when I was looking through the part last time that I say interesting way too often. So I will try to expand my vocabulary. Chosen of the Goddess. they are 3rd level now. Under the Galactic Progress Alliance, ironically, the least progressed member of the Federation is the highest. Is the President, the owner in a way, if I believe, in terms of like creating the Federation and colours. So they actually have yes, terraforming a planet here. 98% habitability. Let's see. Tyrannic military front. Yeah. Adapting to their new overlords, the whole being subsidiary. Adherents of Goddess again. There's always pockets of just Shard Remnant dotted around the place. I'm here too. So if we switch over to that. Yes. I'm also recording with a higher bitrate, so there should be less of the pixelation when I zoom in and out. Probably. So yeah, Shard Remnants here, and everywhere. Still at war, but just sitting. Yeah, with that fleet, they don't really need to worry. And with us, sending a fleet back to high upgrade, yes. Okay then. Yeah, they're doing well. Petitions have already jumped up in science.
Situation log updated.
As has the Song of Reverence. A few other people just going
Situation
over.
log updated.
Yeah, the Neo fell no mandate. Yeah, a few others just going over where the previous session tech cap was.
Updated.
Some people still not caught up. Some people still really not caught up, although they did get the mercenary techs. So that's definitely helping them in keeping up on the military front.
Situation log updated.
Yeah. Overall, we're somewhat what you might expect. $5.1k strategic goods. That's a lot of exotic gas. Wonder if they've been selling. They haven't sold or bought any.
Situation log
They are
updated.
quite far behind in tech. Both of the humans are quite far behind in research. Ooh. Some science screams. Their AI control, but yeah, they are not totally ruining their economy at least, which is a good start for the AI. And yeah, they're not picking the Ascension perk. Or traditions. I'm guessing that the AI is set to not do anything, which means that they'll have to wait until they can enforce status quo. Go to slug labor.
Updated.
Yep, they are what you'd expect.
Situation log
Restraints.
updated.
And this is
Situation
actually
log
just a
updated.
small AI. Okay. Yeah. So, despite being driven in
Situation
simulator,
log
they are
updated.
the Cosmic Singularity Echelon is being rather friendly. Even being a patron to the arts. Interesting. So yeah, the patrons to the arts. How could they possibly be a bad? How could they possibly be bad guys? Let's see. Oops, no. Nothing especially seems different. Oh. So it's here. Cosmic Singularity Echelon. Ah, right. Uplifting the primitives, I'm sure.
Situation log updated.
Although not yet. The construction ship is busy. Doesn't have extra commands to build a. Yeah. Ah. Void Cloud might be part of the reason why they're not going further. So yeah, you can see here I've got a nice, got the Beautiful Universe mod installed, as well as Amazing Space Battles, to hopefully improve the viewing experience. Yeah, so you can see the background there. Not sure what I think about some of these backgrounds, but yes. Why do the new Philnor mandate need to be saved? Legally, I don't have to. Wow. So, what is going on? What do we need to be saved from? Right. Oh. Interesting. They do know that they have a superior navy. I wonder their intel level is falling down to 50. Because they previously had been in the same. So it seems like it's just a question of the system, just for a megastructure, which still won't be relevant for a few decades at least. So if I remember right, it's roughly so it needs to get to, I think, year 70 before you really get a chance to build citadels, or to get the citadel technology, and the citadel technology is required for mega engineering, which is then in turn required to be able to do stuff, mega structures. Yeah, so it seems like they want to just the Chosen of the Goddess just want to give up the system of Gizerek with the megastructure in order to appease the United Cardu Republic. Because we all know perfectly well that history's shown us that appeasement works. So, considering that some of our events have already fought off the Federation last session, they probably don't. They probably could fight them off, but they probably just don't want to. They are sitting a fleet there. Yes, a very impressive fleet of a bit over 1,000. Oh, look, they've got another 1,000 group there. Actually, that is them. And another 400. And another 1,000. So, we've got a few thousand within all. And another 600. Their fleets are just all over the place. So, actually it's interesting that the fleet is superior despite having the 5.9k which they have, plus an 11k from the Song of Reverence. If the Song of Reverence chooses to defend their territory, which they might not. Meanwhile, 10k. So yeah, Song of Reverence would be able to hold them off by themselves, but again, probably don't want to. In case, while we're talking about the Song of Reverence, why don't we have a look at the branch office situation? Ooh, that might be the largest branch office in the galaxy, I would guess. Kaluski's children with all 97 energy credits per month, as well as some extra alloys. Oh. Huh. That is interesting. Yeah, with 52 pops. So they have changed how corporate slots work. They massively lowered the requirements of population. I think instead making it based on the capital level, yes. And the capital level itself also had the pop requirements lowered to account for the new pop growth mechanics. Ooh, we are having a hot John. I'll put in a break here then, I guess. Alright, we are back. So Sky Guy had to leave. But I do believe Kryto has joined to take their place. That's the other existence. Yeah, yes, down here. But in any case, we were checking out the Megacore
Situation log
income
updated.
situation, just to spur on that friendly rivalry. So, branch officers making 550 energy credits a month, compared to...
Situation log updated.
Okay, I guess to be fair, they aren't actually here this session.
Situation log updated.
So they are making 375, so they have caught up a bit, I think. Actually, they might be the same difference. No, slightly lower, I think. I don't remember. Let's see, what's their best producing office? Not bad. That is for something unrelated to this game. So we are upgrading these ones. Won't be producing much. 64 on New Earth. So yes, 64 on New Earth. And actually, let's see how Earth is doing as a branch office. Arcanid of Man, Soul System.
Situation log updated.
And Earth. 54. So New Earth is the better Earth in terms of trade. No one else seems to be declaring war, and this
Situation
seems to be
log updated.
static. And yes, multiple colony ships are being sent. One thing which I have heard, let's have a look at some of the names of these places. So Rebirth, Outward Reach, Assembly, Drone Nest. Ah, okay, the Synapse Drone. So Unity production, I guess. Drone cluster. Who knows? There's probably some reason for it. Chamber. Feast though is being consumed. So let's jump to where that is. Over here. So Feast here is being consumed. Gorge is also being consumed. Provincial sounds fine, but Feed is also being consumed. They're feeding on atmospheric Disiacs. Well, I guess they're eating the planet rather than the atmosphere. That's over here. Okay, where is Gorge? Gorge is also over here. Feed is on this one. Okay, so this planet, I'm pretty sure, had previously had some of the tyrannic military fronts populous on it. However, they have since been evicted. Yes. Ooh. They are losing food from buildings and market trades. Okay, so they're just trying to get rid of food. That's fine. Because yes, they don't actually consume it all. So Starbase is producing it. Ooh, are they perhaps having? Let's see, let's find a planet that's producing energy. Not one. Do they have the building that turns the organic generator, I believe?
Situation log updated.
Bioreactor, yes. So we are turning food from that. So I wonder actually, rather than nope. So they have solar panel networks plus hydroponics bays just to build more, get more energy. So yes, so the hydroponic space are only producing 10 food per month and only 7.2 energy credits per month for each. They haven't gotten all the extra tech to increase anymore. I'm not sure that they can get the extra tech to increase for food. Still voting on collective waste management, but it does seem like a foregone conclusion. It's just sitting on. They're not going to accept status quo. We're just going to have to wait for war exhaustion to slowly tick up, mostly by attrition. 0% G to 1 ship lost. 1% G to 1 ship lost. Very interesting. Nothing for occupation because they can't occupy systems. Ooh, keep an eye on the horseshoe system. This is the last one. So yes, they should be covering their one pop. Honestly, it might be better to not have them doing the spawning drone pop, instead maybe doing a cheaper job for the world. Want it to be just to avoid destruction, I'm guessing. There's no impact craters. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we don't have the technology for either of those, so a bit unfortunate, but they won't be spending energy to be able to get more consumptions, I suppose. Just instead going for the final one. 19 days. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Well, that world is no longer being feasted on, so I wonder if another world will be repurposed to now feed the hunger of Shard. So it might be an interesting concept to have a Terror that always has to be eating a certain amount of planets. Gorge. Oh man, they've still got plenty of sectors to consume. Interesting, no agricultural districts there. There's some more destruction. Pretty well promote harvesting. And with physics research. But yeah, they do have 0% habitability. I suppose that have to do. Because they've got a lithoid crater, that's probably why. Although they almost have a new pop there. But yes, if one of the main reasons I would have suggested deprioritizing the assemblies because they weren't going to produce a new drone in time. So if they're producing drones, does that mean that they've gone the evolutionary ascendancy? Ooh. So we do have crisis here. No, they haven't got. But yes, they are crisis. So that will be giving them crisis points, actually destroying that planet. Go back. Where is it? So yeah, they've gained 515 menace overall so far. Currently, as level 1 crisis, they can gain menace. Purge is unlocked as a policy option and gives 500% pop purge speed. Imagine a species full of vibrant life and unbridled potential. Now make it stop. Intimidation, subjugation, acceptance is plus 25. Yes, destroying worlds gives them 500 menace. So that just there, eating that planet gave them 500 menace. Having vassals increase it and being in breach of galactic law, but there's no real galactic laws being breach of yet. Ooh. Song for council. Ooh, they're going to expand the council. So 4. Perhaps. Kryto is disconnected. Someone has just proposed the resolution. Yep, there it is. How can it man? I wonder how many of the existing ones will be. So the Blessed Concord is the lowest. Ooh. But it's the near Felnol mandate, which actually has more weight. Interesting. But yeah, so they might be wanting to have the extra council slot just to give themselves a bit more buffer in case anyone overtakes them. Let's see, who else? That appears to be it. The Neo Felnol mandates being the next runner-up is definitely helping them, or one of the reasons why they're going for it. We are paused presumably because of the Kryto disconnection.
Situation log updated.
I wonder, in terms of their power, where the main differences are coming from. So, fleet power they're definitely behind, but they do have some more pops. And less in economy, but more from technology. I guess that's enough to make most of it, but then instead of being so the song has Mercantile giving plus 25% for their economy. Meanwhile, Neo-Felnor mandates they're putting their 25% through cooperative, which is giving them an overall more larger bonus to deploy weight. But they also have some Xeno relations and Xeno diplomacy. I'm guessing from not from the civic. Interesting. Right. So because they're over tech cap, they are getting this research speed. Liberated. So you won't be able to see anything or a hot run. So I will take another break here. We are back again. It appears that it's the Australian Empire that was hot joining there, down here. Yeah, they were quick hot joins, so I might have actually missed a bit of the gameplay. Not that anything really seems to have happened. Wonder.
Situation log updated.
Cluster. They do have the 7L cluster insights. The AI is moving stuff around, so it does exist, which means that they could potentially go for the L cluster. Oops, I didn't need to do that. I wonder if anyone else has cluster insights. Probably just.
Situation log updated.
Find someone else who has no gate. Ooh. Oh no, that's because I'm still on Silent Screams. Spectator. There's no gate, so let's see. And a gateway.
Situation log
This
updated.
is also AI though. No cluster, but they are at 6 out of 7. So, other L gates. Other L gates. Can't see them there. Not much in terms of L gates on this side of the galaxy, it seems. There's one. So Blessed Concord.
Situation log
Let's see,
updated.
what are they up to? 1 out of 7, so not really looking for them. So, nope, nothing in a great mood. Ooh. We also have the Alpha Existence.
Situation log
A couple
updated.
actually fairly close together. Although they are a few jumps, quite a few jumps apart actually. 4, 5, 6 jumps apart. So in a way not as close as they might appear, but once Jump drives the research they will be able to just... It's quite a short distance there. But yes, in terms of L-Gate insights, none. Dear. The people with L-Gate insights are all AIs at the moment, it would appear. Nope, just gateways right next to each other, and that is already Silent Scream territory. Ooh. So this one is being colonized? What about the other system? Wonder what this is about.
Situation log updated.
That's the reason why it's not colonizing. It's also a regular colony ship rather than a meteorite one. No. At that speed. Yeah, that is, I believe. Do you believe that is a thing? I'm in streamer mode. Those notifications shouldn't be showing. Oh well. Yeah, I do believe this is also a regular one with most harvesting traps. So these will probably stay as is. What that's about.
Situation log updated.
So where was the largest? The riskiest garden at nearly 100 energy credits a month. Believe. Nope, so they are not currently here. We go to their, which is their capital system. Presumably their homeworld. Oh, you want for growth? What? I do not get what that conversation's about. Yes, Slug Labor Limited is the Galactic market leader, and I wonder. Yep, it is in their home system. So, not that. This. So if I just move this out of the way for a moment, you can see, yeah, Galactic Market Station. Yeah. It's the administrative functions of the Galactic Market that are physically located at the station. It's not the actual trades that go on there. Yes. Well, I am apparently being condemned for yes. So yes, the Arcanist Man condemns the Galactic News Network for the incident. Right, because of the quote. Somewhat out of context, saying that New Earth is better than Earth. The full quote is in terms of trade income. However, there was a slight incident in the wording, and it got spread out. So the Arcanist condemns the Galactic News Network for this incident and demands the firing of the news anchor. However, the Galactic News Network stance is we will not fire anyone for factual statements, and it is instead the public's taking it out of context that is the issue. There's not huge amounts of support for it, but it is in the top half of the list. Barely. So someone wants to repeal cooperative research channels. I don't think that many people would really be in favour of that, but there are a few. Minor economic sanctions. So I'm not sure whether that was done before or after by the AI. So there's minor research sanctions by the Australian Empire. However, that does require either someone being denounced or there being actual laws to have any effect, which at the moment there is not. It will take, I believe, higher levels of industrial development, that just disables the slave market, charter of greater good, and ecological protection has support, as does divinity of life, I believe, space fauna as well, and unchained knowledge does as well. And mutual defense does, and rules of war also have laws, but they are not at the point yet where they are actually enacted. So you cannot be in breach of galactic law, but you could be denounced by a council member. Actually, let's check. She switched to one of the council members.
Situation log updated.
So let's just read it now. Can denounce the rivals, I believe as well.
Situation log updated.
Anyone can denounce their rivals, I believe. I think I should switch to contacts. So the Song of Reverence says Neo-Felnal mandates in favour, it appears. And they're not actually taking over the Gidzerat system. Interesting. In any case, I was looking for... let's look later. Yes, they are right above the Song of Reverence. So yeah, Song of Reverence has some fairly good knowledge about most of the galaxy. Not seeing a patch here, not seeing a fair amount of the Silent Screams territory, as well as some of the Alpha existence down here. And this patch here and this small patch here, but then again, no one really knows about this small patch here. And yep, no one has really expanded into this section yet. But it is for the taking between the Heavens Ward and the Neo-Felnor Mandate. Ransom is rather insignificant right now. And yeah, that's one of the main things of note actually here. Got some strategic goods and some alloys on the planet. Just a Savannah world. World, Arctic world. I believe this is a Gaia world? Yes it is. Got a Gaia world and you decide to go for agriculture districts of all things. Why not for generator districts? Oh well. I suppose I get the extra food from jobs from Lush, but is food really your highest concern? We've got some more worlds here and a gateway here with some more exotic gases even. 2 of them. That would be nice for whoever takes it, presumably the Neo-Felnor Mandate. I wonder how much they can actually see so far.
Situation log
They are.
updated.
Do you see the 2 exotic gases there? And an extra exotic gas here. Ah, there is an automated dreadnought here though. So that will be defending the Ocean World here for a while. Just moving to a different part of the system. Yeah, we still got this war ongoing because they're just waiting for ore exhaustion. Enigmatic cache is... Where's it going? It's going into the Arcanus of Man territory. We have a space... Nope, that's not the Arcanus of Man.
Situation log updated.
They do not. Until it's fallen down to 39, that's fallen quite a bit. It's only from infiltration. They might have just recently done a operation. It almost seems like Neo-Felnor Mandate isn't actually wanted by anyone. Whoever gets him, they're like, oh, I mean, he's ours now? Oh no, we lost this war. He's your vassal now. What a pity. Quick, run while we have a chance. Yeah. I do wonder who has the oh no, we are already showing galaxy species. Who has the cybernetic psionic simulation. Oh, that's for current one. If we go to the United Colonies Man, let's see if they have empires. They have just psionic and regular. Poor regular. Go over to the Arcanus Man.
Situation log updated.
They just have regular. The other place I would think is Cosmic Singularity Echelon. Now, which humans do they have? relic. Try a call. Anyway, let's check in. Sprint to sentience. No humans. Where are those humans? I wonder. Oof, that's a nice amount of trade there. 490 trade. 121 and 250. Now let's see where's slug labor. Just to check this out.
Situation log updated.
240. That. They do have the ancient trade route. They must have gone back from the Carabineers, I believe. Where was I? Got an offer for an interview. Just give me a moment. I'm just gonna check here first. See his garden. Traders are making 129. Okay. Check. Ooh, back down to 19 inch codes month. Tripping up right. Let's see. Heaven's Ward. Ah. They are presumably the ones with the psionic cybernetic humans. Not the only ones, I believe. They're not humans. Wait, did I misread it earlier then? Yes, there are also cybernetic psionic humans. Okay, so we won't actually be able to have a interview with Heaven's Ward. It's fine though. They only have the psionic cybernetic calendar, but still interesting. What are their essential perks for that, I wonder? They have got Mind over Matter, probably psionics, and I believe they got yes, so they got the cybernetics from Cosmic Singularity Echelon. Any case, yeah, no wars.
Situation log updated.
In case I want to see if anyone else is going crisis. I need the psionic.
Situation log updated.
Voidborn. And so the Song of Reverence is going for engineered evolution.
Situation log updated.
Nihilistic acquisition. Ah, is that perhaps what they're planning to do for? No, it's an empire colony. Well, I guess they're just conquering it and assimilating. Okay. Yeah, so going for a nihilistic acquisition to be able to raid people and take their property.
Situation log updated.
Assimilate. So, Shard Remnant has gone crisis, we mentioned earlier. They have eaten the planet. Ooh. Ah! Right, so Galactic News Network has returned. There was some slight technical issues. It turns out that if you in a crisis screen and you switch as a spectator and you switch to another nation, it causes the entire game to crash. Ooh, someone else is terraforming. Ah. Well, actually, it's the same person, but they're terraforming two things. But I have heard an ultimatum, it seems, from the United Kaldul Republic to hand over the Gidzerak system. It will make for less nice borders, and it seems like the Song of Reverence doesn't really care about it being handed over, so we're fine with just that system being taken. There was also a small war, I think, started by the Alpha Existence in order to just mechanically to be able to set up a truce with an AI, I believe. It was, I think, within a day. So unfortunate that we missed that, but oh well. We missed the day war with no fighting. So see if I can ask the Vegetarian Star Alliance about that.
Situation log updated.
Bottom reality perforator. So they get a random combat bonus. 32 strategic goods production. 18 volatile modes. Good jobs. I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's let's see, let's find somewhere which is producing it. I guess rather than mining, it's going to be artificial production. Okay, they do have one motor trap there. That is producing 8. Oh, we've got 2 motor traps, that's right. So that's 8 of it, but they are producing another 10 elsewhere. And more motor harvesting, never mind. And 8 more. So, yep, it is actually the mine production version. Okay. Former slaves. 2 coins. Moon orbiting a first planet. Both of them being colonized. Got poor quality minerals, but it is a crystalline cave. Interesting. Anyway. Spectator. Start your war. They seem to have united most of the navies. They are just dealing with some aliens there. Let's see. they've got a sizable fleet with bubbles. Where is this fleet now, I wonder? Ah, down here. Neophono mandate, can't actually see them.
Situation log
Can we some of
updated.
reference? So it is being hidden. Let's see. Let's have a look at there. Very sizable navy. A single, just for smaller navy, almost enough to handle it, but yeah, with large navy in particular, able to handle it.
Situation log updated.
And honestly, they do seem like they could definitely hold them off, especially if they were to upgrade into a Starhold, which they are. Going for a disruption field for less shield hit points. Okay. Ooh, that is interesting. They can see into these systems to see the fleets, but they can't see into the non-owned systems. Interesting. The intel on one of their rivals is falling. Ah, Shard Remnant. Down to 20. Perhaps because they lost infiltration for one reason or another. We go back here. What are their intel on each other? 69. Falling down to 50. So they have equivalent fleet power now compared to the overwhelming from before. We compare their alloy production, yes. The longer this goes on, the more the Neophono mandate can catch up in alloys, in fleet power actually, with much larger alloy production. Otherwise, they remain relatively similar in terms of economic strength. So the Tyrannic military front does have some fleets there, but a lot of their fleets are stuck behind Shard Remnant. Shard Remnant has parked some fleets here as well. Gather information on Shard Remnant.
Situation log updated.
War is still ongoing. And still capped on influence. Stuff is present. Ooh! Oh, that's the Dreams fleets here. I see. That is slightly odd. Okay, yeah, no, it is Shard Remnant space. It's just occupied, and because we both have planets, they can't actually take them yet. And if they are sending
Situation
over
log
armies,
updated.
they are sending armies through Tyranny space. Now then, the question becomes: does the Tyrannic military front want planet-eating swarms on their borders, or do they want people-eating machines blocking in their borders? So that fleet will definitely, or army will definitely be able to take planets. I wonder.
Situation log updated.
So so it would appear that the Shard Remnant cannot reinforce due to the closed borders of Stellaris. Feed is still being consumed though, and might actually be finished being consumed by the time that the armies arrive. I wonder if because they do have buried lithoids. So the question is, do they want to produce a couple more pops that they can move back, or do they want to deny the planet? Especially when we've got Dominion Traditions and Master of Nature, they could get these 2 pops quite cheaply. But it would delay, so all the time which is spent digging out the buried lithoids, that's time which is not spent consuming the world, and also gives the planet more district slots in order to not collapse. So it's twofold in how it slows down the destruction of the planet, and going for more going for destroying the planet would give him more of a victory score from Crisis with destroying worlds. But as would conquering worlds, so they might decide to let the AI take it, maybe even remove some of the lithoid devastation, so that then they can instead, so when they retake it, they can devastate it even more and consume more of the world. Ooh. Petitions are at war with the Alpha existence, an intervention war. So,
Situation log updated.
since that's the only war which they're in. Ooh, over here. There's a wormhole connected to the Petition space. And it does appear to be total war. And presumably they're going to give perhaps some of these systems back to the Carnate. Fleet here just sitting there, repairing. Okay, that's fair enough. 7k, that's fairly sizable. Definitely just swing by and take this system over. Ooh. That is definitely a sizable fleet. They've got multiple 7k fleets here. Entirely going for cruiser build. The Alpha Existence doesn't know what type of cruisers they are. However, they're carriers.
Hostile station engaged.
Ooh, flotilla. So yes, that is definitely something terrifying to see on the receiving end. The arm's all gone, and now it's just going ripping through the hull, leaving the shields intact. So, if you're on the Alpha Existence side, where is your fleet? It's chilling here with only 7.5k.
Hostile fleet engaged.
while their cruisers are just tier 1 strike craft with tier 2 of each other weapon. They are going for heavy flak though to help counter. And yes, if they were watching the station and perhaps previous fights, they would already know that they are using
Station
carriers.
under
I believe that not sure I would have been able to effectively do that, but yeah, they're going for tier 4 lasers. That is an interesting thing there. Might be a glitch or it might be intentional, I don't know. But you can see the Amoeba in there. Ooh, they are planning to defend this system, it seems.
attack. Situation log updated.
Against multiple fleets. Might just jump out. Or we might think that they're fleet counters. So, opposite sides of the system. They are jumping away, it seems. Okay. Probably won't be caught, but they might. Sending one of the 7k fleets over this way. Yep, taking on this station. Very quickly getting rid of it, that station. So I wonder if they will end up giving this territory back, given their goals. Speaking of the Alpha existence, let's see. Okay. I don't know what happened that time. Was I perhaps... No, I wasn't already in control of them. Right, so we have returned from small technical difficulties. This time not sure what happened. In any case, regarding the... before we return to the war, just regarding the Sezuetov system, the sentient beings inhabiting Sezuetov Prime, the Sezuetov system, have successfully revolted against their slaves, the Khanate. The Vegetarian Star Alliance has admitted the system into the VSA. In doing so, they have committed VSA security forces to the system to ensure their sovereignty. Any incursion into the system will be met with the full strength of the VSA offensive forces. So, returning back to the war correspondent, I haven't seen. They've heard some talk that the war will slow down
Situation log
in terms of
updated.
the Petition Holy Kingdom. They will be slowing their offensive. And instead, they will be focusing on taking planets in the system 010. System 10, and taking this, and this will be perhaps the end of most of their offensive. Yes. Go back to crush it. So planet +1 is being colonized, so that is unaffected. No consumption pack. So we have some Alpha Resistance army ships here for some reason. Jumping away, it appears.
Hostile station engaged.
Greetings, Galactic News Network.
Greetings. Tahitian Holy Kingdom representative. Yeah, so we heard that you wanted to call in for an interview.
Yeah, I have several topics that I wanted to talk to you about as a representative of both the Tahitian's Navy and also as a politician.
Right. We'll be most interested to hear your opinion, especially with your ongoing war with the Alpha Resistance.
Yeah, so feel as though I should clear up a little bit about the war and how it's going right now, considering my unusual fleet movements. As you can tell, I've moved most of my fleets back to Havensure.
Yes.
The reason for that is Krydo is not here, and even though I got permission to launch my offensive with him gone, most of the Galactic community got mad at me. Fair enough. And so they asked me to hold off on taking any other planets besides Planet 10, which is currently, well, it should be being invaded, but I forgot to land armies, which is currently being invaded now. So what you see here is what position I'm going to hold until Krydo returns next session. So that's why I've stopped my offensive for now.
Okay. Yes, our correspondent on the scene did report that the offensive was slowing down.
Yeah. I don't particularly feel guilty about attacking him when he's not here, simply for the fact that our spies have reported that his military power has balanced between pathetic and inferior for most of this, the past 10 years or so.
Planetary invasion
So
begun.
even if he was here with his best admirals commanding his fleet, we feel as though the victory would have been very one-sided regardless. So that's why we chose to attack now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you call this the Mega Containment?
Yes, we are here to contain Alpha existence. We will most likely be wiping out all of their civilization.
Right, in late stage, alright. We have heard that the Fomalhaut and 10 system were previously sovereignty of the Tuscanian Khanate. Is there any intention of returning their former space?
That's something that we haven't given thought, but it's something we're willing to negotiate with them.
So I'm considering most of your nation and in particular your federation's ethos, we're thinking perhaps that was the initial reason for declaring war.
Yeah, that's definitely a large part of our declaration is our federation's entire purpose, which is to address the genocidal threats of the East. As a council member, it is our responsibility to help guide the galaxy to a brighter and better tomorrow, and that includes dealing with the genocidal empires, starting with Alpha existence. And eventually we will address Shard Remnant and Dream of Silent Screams. The only reason we started with Alpha existence is because they were much closer to us. In fact, before we knew about the wormhole, we were originally planning an invasion through the hyperlanes in sublight speed, traveling through the Entente of Justice, Blessed Concord, and Cosmic Singularity echelon. Of course, we didn't have to carry that plan out, but one major hiccup in that plan might have been Cosmic Singularity echelon closing their borders to us. We would definitely have the Entente's open borders for obvious reasons, and the Blessed Concord would probably let us travel through their territory, as they're just as concerned about Alpha existence as we are. But we weren't sure how Cosmic Singularity echelon would react.
Indeed. Well, generally being quite friendly, they are quite friendly to everyone, so it is possible that they would feel against attacking the Alpha existence who haven't directly impacted them. speaking of the Entente of Justice, though, we noticed that despite technically being part of war, they have not pledged any forces to war.
It's because they don't have wormhole tech, so they couldn't follow us through.
So out of necessity in a way, they are staying behind.
Yeah, and it's probably best that they stay in their territory simply for the fact that now that I've committed to the invasion, we don't have any fleets guarding our territory. So they are left in charge of defense. And because we have a non-aggression pact with the United Colonies of Man, they can't attack us. So we aren't concerned about invasion.
In that direction, I see. Yes, you mentioned you had several topics. Was there?
Yeah, so one other thing that I wanted to talk about is the role of the custodian. It's something that has been brought up a lot recently. Several members of the council, and even several members not of the council, have either put themselves forward for the position or put others forward for the position. Even some nations jokingly suggested putting you forward for the position. I mean, you definitely do have a wide array of information that would make you good for the job. But one thing that
I'm totally
think
impartial. Yes, very much so.
one thing that I think a lot of the community is overlooking is the fact that for this job, the Galactic Custodian is supposed to act like an antivirus for the galaxy to repel anything that can be considered a virus or a disease. And because of that, we believe that the Fatitian Holy Kingdom is perhaps the perfect candidate for this position. Out of all nations in the council right now, we probably have one of the strongest militaries. And going even further from that, we probably have the strongest military, well, or one of the strongest out of the entire galaxy, with the exception of some of the genocidal empires.
And in fact, even within the community as a whole, your voice already does hold the most sway.
Yeah. So, this war had a dual purpose. It had the purpose of containing alpha existence, but it also had the purpose of showing the community that not only do we have the strength and both economically speaking and military, but we also have the will to use it, and in a good way, to protect the community against threats such as the alpha existence.
I see. On another note, talking about the community, there is a resolution currently proposed to change or increase the council size by one. What are your thoughts on that, especially if you're planning on being custodian?
We are fine with that resolution. The more advisors in the Galactic Council, the better. The Council doesn't really actually hold much power, if any. It's mainly just a group of advisors, but we have a separate channel that we discuss issues on, and we were talking earlier about, like, what should we do, if anything, to address the genocidal threats in the East. And the general sentiment we settled on is nothing, because we can't really do anything meaningful. So adding another voice isn't really taking away power, it's more adding another advisor. And the more advisors, the better advice we can give and get. So I think it's a good thing overall to add another seat to the council.
Interesting. So, in terms of, since you feel that perhaps you'd be the perfect position to be custodian, when would you plan on proposing such a resolution to the Galactic community?
We were hoping to do so at the conclusion of this war. Like I said, in order to convince the community to vote for us, we have to show that we are worthy of that position. And so we don't want to do that until the war has conclusively ended in our favor.
I see. That does make sense, yes.
Alright. Did you have any other questions for us?
That's it for now, but thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here.
More than welcome to just call in for an interview with the Galactic News Network, especially as a member of the council. I'm most interested in hearing what their thoughts are on matters.
Yes, we will most likely take the opportunity to call in sometime in the future again. This is definitely not our last interview.
We look forward to it.
Alright, and with that, I must bid you farewell for now.
Very well. So, there is someone that is planning to propose being the custodian. I was thinking that they might, especially with their kind of ethos, that they might go for that, and I was about to actually ask them about that shortly before they said so themselves. So, yeah, let's see. Going back to seeing who is for crisis.
Situation log updated.
And I suppose I can also check people being under the research cap. We've got a nice production of alloys.
Situation log updated.
As does cat. Yeah, well, a few people at 100 alloys. So yes, we already knew about that crisis. And again, 100 alloys.
Situation log updated.
Again, 100 alloys. I think that's increased from the last time.
Situation log updated.
I believe that's Galactic Force Protection, yes. So the extra naval cap, that is from Shay. Yeah. 20 alloys will not. Carnate. It's going for Void One. Interesting. I don't believe the yeah, so on the Shoulders Giant, they're not what's it called? Habitat Start. And I've just
Situation
Void
log
Withers.
updated.
They are going for the Ascension pick for it. The Entente Alliance, they almost definitely won't be going for Crisis. I haven't done enough with either. Do you think either?
Situation log updated.
The Arcanician Man isn't, but they have gone for realistic acquisition. Interesting. I need to stop saying interesting. Ooh, that is somewhat worrying for them since they haven't picked. Their AI has gone for Galactic Force Projection, so they will need to finish off their Prosperity Tree before they can go Crisis.
Situation log updated.
Alpha Existence. Also can't, but they are about. They can get another Ascension perk probably at the start of the next session, unless. Yeah, the AI isn't picking any traditions. Just checking their research as well.
Situation
Right.
log updated.
Alpha Existence, despite not being here, is still almost up to tech cap. And the Neophenol AI is slightly over. But that is AI, so there's nothing we can really do about that. So 2013, it's also not a significant amount, but I should probably mention that.
Situation log updated.
Some reverence. It's defending. It's a shard remnant. Where are they coming from? Probably check shard remnant navies. Be the quickest way. They are building menacing corvettes, so that's they are showing that they have crisis ships. Now if we jump to through here. Ooh. Ah, right. Reconnecting their space through the adherence of the goddess. And yep, in doing so, completely blocking off these systems here. No planets at least, but they are blocking off their access. But at least they still get the resources from it, for now at least. Although might change in future. Switch back to Shard Remnant. Let's see what they're up to. They are looking to take over. And actually expand this way too. 7.6k Bastion here. But I wonder, they don't seem to have fleets to really defend it. So that will not be enough by itself. They do have a couple thousand there, but I don't really think, yeah, that won't really be enough to hold them back at all, in the slightest. Their allies also aren't exactly in a position to defend.
Situation log updated.
They are building a lot of cruisers there. So perhaps they, they are very much cut off here. No other ways of jumping into that space, and borders closed by the tyrannic military front. To say nothing of Slug Labour Limited. So I do wonder what they plan on doing to get across. Yeah, so this will be increasing their crisis score. Yep, so they are level 2 crisis now, which has unlocked the menacing corvette. Extra damage against star bases, and yes, minus 75% war exhaustion gain, which is why they are still at 0% war exhaustion from attrition. Neither side has actually lost ships, so there probably hasn't been any real fleet combat. I do believe that there will be a cracked world, yes, feed. Yes, this obliterated heap of rocks has 29% devastation. It's just sitting by itself. They're probably just fighting here. Yep, the manward system. And down there. Do you see the entirety of the defences there? And I wonder if they have intel on them? Unknown. All entirely unknown, so. So yeah. They don't know if that's their full strength, but they can probably guess that they are not extremely strong. So we're just in the back pocket at the moment. In terms of entrances to the shard, we've got the Alpha Existence here, which is very close to very close to shard space, but it does require going through the Alpha Existence space. Actually,
Situation log updated.
They don't have access through, so they are unable to actually aid their allies. And so instead they're upgrading their ships, not upgrading their allies. This will probably be around the end of the session. It is much shorter due to all the start-stops as well as a couple of crashes which we had. But it is coming to an end. Now I see that the Arcanist Man and Song of Reverence are in a call together. There might be some diplomacy going on there, perhaps, since they're bordering the Shard Remnant. Perhaps there will be some diplomacy for next session to allow Song of Reverence to pass through the Alpha Existence territory here in order to fight back against the Shard Remnant. The Alpha Existence probably doesn't want to have to defend this when they might still be at war with
Situation log updated.
the Fetishan Holy Kingdom. the Alpha Resistance spying on the Shard Remnant does not have the energy to continue. Infiltrating. They were in the process of stealing technology. Council elections won't be for a while. However, the Song of Reverence is almost overtaking the Fatitian Holy Kingdom in Diplo weight, despite not being on the council, and so they don't have an extra 20% bonus to their Diplo weight. They do seem to be putting their all into it, except from
Situation log updated.
They dropped by 1 point. They are still basically 3.4k. In addition to that, Neophonal Mandate also is. So it's looking like after the next council election will be, at least if the diploids remain as they currently are, it will be Fatitian Holy Kingdom. Well, with an extra 20% bonus, it would be Song of Reverence, Fatitian Holy Kingdom, Neophonal Mandate, and Blessed Concord. So both Song of Reverence and its subsidiary would be on the council. No. Just for 2 wars. Yes, so we will be ending our news report there. Tune in same time next week for the next report. This is Martin with the Galactic News Network signing off.